Welcome to this short video where I'm going to walk you through some simple exercises to help you strengthen your feet. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do click the link to subscribe and be notified when I post a new video every Tuesday. So whether you have flat feet or fallen arches, it's really important that we focus on strengthening our feet. It might be that you're dancing, you want to strengthen your feet for your point work or for your ballet class or your ballet-inspired workouts. Whatever the reason, it is important that we take proper care of our feet, because if we're not doing that, it can potentially cause some pain or stress or imbalance in other parts of our body. So you can complete these short exercises for up to three times a week. You can do them daily if you want to. They're very easy to do underneath your desk if you're sitting down working. So I'm going to walk you through those now, and I'm going to start with the first exercise, which is a standing one. So standing up, this is just a very simple exercise to stretch through the back of your heel through to your Achilles tendon. So you're going to take your weight over your front leg and take your back leg behind you. Keep it all in parallel. And you're aiming to get this heel down towards the floor. You may not be able to if the calf and the heel and the Achilles tendon is very tight, but we're working towards getting it down. So stretching out the ankle. And then obviously you're going to repeat on the other side with the other foot and stretch. So really pushing that ankle towards the floor, you'll feel a nice stretch come up the back of the leg. Good. Second one is taking the feet parallel underneath your hips, and you're going to roll out the feet. So you're lifting the arches in the center of the feet here, lifting them away from the floor and back down, squeezing up and down. Lift, so keeping the toes, the outside of the foot on the floor and the heel, and you're just lifting the arches away from the floor and then back down again. Squeeze and down, squeeze and down. Okay, so I'm going to come down to the floor. You can do a very similar exercise seated on the floor. So keeping your toes nice and long and flat, you're going to aim to lift this middle part of the foot. So spreading the toes, pressing them to the floor and squeezing up underneath here and relaxing back down. Squeezing up under there and back down, trying not to bend the toes in. So keep the toes nice and long, squeezing in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And it may get a bit crampy if you're doing this, so do stretch it out if you start to experience cramp. But we're just using all these tiny little muscles underneath the feet to help pull the arch up. Squeeze, 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 hold it there and relax it down. And again, squeeze up and relax down. So you're keeping the toes nice and long. So that's a really nice alternative to the standing one, is pulling this arch up. Something else that you can do is practice picking things up off the floor. So that could be something light like this. This is very easy to pick up, or a towel, or if you've dropped something on the floor like a pencil, you can try and use your toes like you would your fingers to pick the item off the floor. So you can practice this by placing something fairly light down there, spread the toes, take them on, pull them in and lift. And doing this is exercising the toes underneath the foot. It's a really, really good exercise to help strengthen the feet. So you can choose whatever, picking up a pencil is quite a good one as well. So that's another nice exercise to do. And then another one for fourth, fifth, I can't remember how many we're doing, playing the piano with your toes. I mean, not literally, we're not going to the piano, but you're going to try and take the toes one down at a time. So from the little toe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this requires a little bit of concentration to take one toe down at a time And you might find it really easy on one foot and a bit more challenging on the other. But persevere and concentrate. And when those muscles start to strengthen, it becomes much, much easier. Okay, so that's playing the piano. So you're basically doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the toes. Last exercise, which is really nice, which is to really help to relax and stretch out the fascia underneath the feet, is to use a golf ball. So you can use a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball or something, but a golf ball's smaller, so it's much better because it can get into those muscles. So you're going to start at the ball of the foot and roll. Now, depending on how tight the muscles are, you might experience a little bit of crunching. You can obviously do this seated. If you want to, after you've got used to it, apply a little bit more pressure, then you can come to a kneeling position and work here. Some people do this standing, but if you're just starting out, I recommend remaining seated or on your knees, rolling it around the ball of the foot, then taking it to the heel, rolling it around the heel, and again you might experience a little bit of crunching, but it's really important to help release the fascia underneath the feet, which can get really tight. You're now going to roll it up the inside of the foot along the instep. You need to relax the foot as you do this. This is the area that if you do experience cramp in your feet, this is where you get it. So we do not want to tense the foot because that will be very uncomfortable as you roll the ball. So try and relax your foot as you roll, and then take it to the outside of the foot. So from the little toe towards the heel, rolling up and down. And then you can roll all around the foot. And this is a really easy one to do as you're sitting at your desk. You can just have the ball underneath the desk and be rolling this around. Same goes for if you have something like this on the floor under your desk. You can sit there picking it up, putting it back down, picking it up, putting it back down. So these exercises don't need to be time consuming. You don't need to do them for a long time or set time aside to do them. You can do them at the same time as doing other things, sitting watching the television. And if you're doing them daily, you'll start to notice a real difference in strengthening of the feet and hopefully other areas of your body if you have been suffering a little bit with flat feet or collapsed arches, as I say. So if you've enjoyed this video, please do drop me a comment below. Let me know how you get on with those exercises, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you're the first to hear when we drop a new video.